Saturday night in the mall. Just like I was 17 again. Man, dude, life was so different back then. Like, just people's social habits, what they used to do. Well, plus, I mean, it all depends on where you live, too. But here, it's a lot of the malls have no roofs, which I like. It looks nice. Except when it rains. And then you're like, well, I'll go into the mall to get out of the rain. No. And every time I do that, too, I'm like, oh, it's raining, I'm going to go to the mall. And, yeah, you're not going to get away from the rain here. People, I notice, really freak out about rain. When it starts raining out here, even lately, grown men start yelping like women, and they run into fucking, It's like, what? I don't know what that is. Kind of weird. It doesn't bother me, though. I'm used to kind of extreme. Well, the thing is, too, it's like if people live together their whole life, they're not used to the cold at all, so rain can make it cold. I don't fucking know what it is. Why are we talking about the... I'm already talking about the weather. Yeah, this is off to a bad start, I guess. I like to come out and kind of do a little perimeter walk in the neighborhood. See what's going on. Make sure keep my ears and eyes open for demon spotting. I haven't run into anything though in a long time. I don't know why. Oh my god, that's loud. Yeah, there's some I had a guy on my that I put in my timeline explaining why demonic activity is actually down. And some guys are thinking on levels that a couple above me, and I can't really keep up. But he had a chalkboard. So if you got a chalkboard with a lot of shit written on it, immediately you're gonna get some kind of credibility with me. But yeah, he's something about well, of course it has to do with like the end times or getting toward the end times or things winding down. I would think they would be more active during this time, but he said in a lot of cases they can't get here because of something. So that's good. I just filled you on there because some guy on the internet said something, and that's why we don't have demons. That sums it all up. But yeah, I don't haven't gotten a bite in a long time. I always bring my bag out with all my stuff in it, and then like it's not super heavy or anything, but if I don't have to bring the bag, and on weekends I'd usually take it out like Friday night, Saturday night, because that's when there would be the most activity. Because where there's more, they usually go where there's more people, because they want to be able to jump around, trade up if they see a body that they think is more, I don't know, more attractive to them in a way as far as being able to survive here. They get into the broken up ones easier, like or whoever's low vibrational frequency. A lot of older homeless people, or just people on drugs and stuff like that. When you're low frequency, when you're vibrating at a low frequency, they can get right into you. They just slide right in there on dirty energy, as it's referred to sometimes. And yeah, it is Pikachu over there. It's probably one of those things where you take a picture with them and then they ask you for money. I actually think they got rid of those people. We used to have a lot of them here in Waikiki. We had people that would like, I remember doing one with a guy with one of those real life like Trump masks and Kim Jong-un. Is it on? Whatever. It was around the time when, right before Trump went over there, and there was a lot of anxiety that he was going to pop up and shoot some missiles. Ooh, not Trump. Although, you know, either of them could do that. And, yeah, I took a picture of these guys with these lifelike masks, and they're like, well, we usually have people usually give us a small donation. And this is after I took the photo, you know. They took my camera and took a picture with my camera. And then was like, yeah, we usually ask for a small donation. I'm like, oh yeah, no problem. I'm reaching in my pocket and getting like $5 or something. Yeah, the minimum is $25. He's telling me, excuse me, the minimum is $25. It's like, yeah, I don't know about that. And since it's already on my phone, I think I'm just gonna give you nothing now. And that's what I did. You know, I don't like that. $25. I was gonna give him $5. And you know, I'm pretty generous with that type of shit. You see me out here getting the Buskers money, you know, musicians and shit. You know, I spread it around if I have it. But yeah, so I guess they passed some kind of law or put something in place, some kind of motion that got rid of all those guys. You know, like, it's not legally allowed to do that anymore. You can put out the a little bucket or something, like a lot of people have. That's one of my usual guys I hit up over there in the corner, I think. The Hawaiian guy with who plays, well, I don't know if he's actually Hawaiian. He's probably not actually Hawaiian. Yeah, you won't really find any actual Hawaiian people around here. There's not that many to begin with left. I mean, real low number. But I know he's not here. There's much further down. Yeah, there's a guy on the corner here that used to play guitar that I stop at all the time. Real nice guy. He, you know, stuff like that adds to the area. It creates, like, I don't know, an atmosphere that's good, you know. So I like to I like to patronage those people. I like to Patreon those people. Came home last night, there's a lot of cops outside my house. Me and Neil walking around, and there was like 5 cops outside my house. But I think they were there for the building across the street. There's a lot more cops in my neighborhood. A lot of shenanigans. I've noticed since after lockdowns, like I was just saying that today in the video. I don't think I edited it yet, but yeah, after things change so much here after lockdowns, the whole vibe is different. You know, people are a little bit less happy, it seems. There's a lot more like aggravation, not as friendly, which is fine because I don't, you know, most of the time I don't need to be talked to. Hermes. It's funny, I like to come over here and look at the window displays and point out all the occult shit. See, I shouldn't use the word. Like, I'm using the word occult bad now too. Occult doesn't mean anything but hidden, you know, but you know, whatever, satanic stuff over here. You know, what do I see here? It's Masonic, obviously, with the 2 things on either side. This, you know, and the stairs, 2-tone color, mouth, shoes are always a big thing. Usually they have 1, so that's a little bit more normal to have 2. There's actually a face in there, you know, if you can see that. There's like eye, nose. That, I bet someone else could look at that and go like, oh yeah, this is not. I'm not that good at pointing out stuff. A little bit okay. Fucking Biden moment. This guy rocking up here. Yeah, Hermes. It's funny. Oh, this one, I've seen this one before. There's a bunch of shit in this one. Well, you got the staircase, the floor, the hidden door, this dude out here with the 2 flags. What else did I see here? Numbers. The mirror, of course, you know. Hermes himself. Oh God, this is nice clean glass. I keep going to point at it and I smack the glass. Yeah, but they usually have really disturbing looking, like, the last one they had before this had like checker face people. Oh, it's another face. Another face. What do I see in this? Yeah, the chains, I guess. trying to point out things that would creepy, forbidden knowledge, hidden world stuff. So, I mean, the place is called Hermes, so, you know, there you go. A lot of people out here for Saturday night, though. You cut over here for a minute, let people pass. It's really nice out. It's really nice. It's fucking nice every day. What the fuck am I? Wow, it's nice today. Yeah, it's always like 85-ish, a little windy. Nice. But for whatever reason, well, I just said what the reason is. Friday nights and Saturday nights usually a good night to go demon spotting because they're attracted to, you know, the people. And when they're moving around, they want to be where people are, but not right out in the open. At least that's what it feels like to me from my perspective, my amateur professional opinion. But yeah, it's just it's been nothing lately. I guess it's good, you know. It's not like I'm looking for it. Well, I am looking for them, but yeah, it's as we barrel more toward the end of the line here. Well, I think the line's going to end, and I was talking about this today, when those who understand what's happening, that have a connection to the divinity, that understand the vibrational scale, you got to raise your frequency as high as you possibly can. I'm not there by any stretch of imagination. I still get yanked down by stuff all the time. You know, it's kind of just, I mean, not depressed or anything, but it's kind of blackpilling. Just looking at the news, I notice, like, when I take a couple of days away from it, and by news I mean just I don't use mainstream media, but what I do use them for is to see what the top story is, right, of what they're talking about, and then I go investigate it myself. You know, I never read the articles. I grab the headlines. You know, poll is great for news too, as it is in its current state now. You know, whatever, it's not great. It's not like it used to be, but if you go on there, the front page is usually stuff that's happening that's pertinent, and right away you start getting the good schizo theories, like the whole Russian thing. It's so transparent, you know. It's just silly at this point. Sometimes I think that, like, they're trolling us, like the people that can see it, you know. There's a couple things. I don't think they've gotten worse at it, right? So there's an incompetence situation here. But, you know, we also have the thinning veil. So we're seeing more of this stuff. We're being able to see more of the mechanics of how these things work. And so it's a double thing going on. And then you can see more of what's happening. So I think they were always probably this incompetent, you know. It's just that we were more under the spell. The veil was stronger. The spells were harder. Well, you know what? There's not even a spell thing. What they're doing with spellcraft anyway, mainly with population, is like a mind control / hypnotism thing. It's lesser magic. Anytime you deal with, you know, controlling someone's mind and influencing someone's thoughts, it's lesser magic. It's not all that powerful. But the thing about lesser magic is you do it in a much larger, over a much larger area. So they're doing it to a whole population. And some of the people out here are more susceptible to their suggestions too. And the thing is, the majority will go along with something and then try to force those of us who see what's going on into following with them. You know, they're you know, kind of a problem for us. If you haven't figured that out, if you didn't figure that out during the 2020 thing, you know. I can't believe it's almost been like 4 years when that all happened. I was so shocked that we came out of it. Because once they had us all hidden in our houses, it's like, why would they ever want to relax that, you know? I was so shocked. I was just assuming, well, this is it forever, you know. So when they opened everything up again, it was kind of strange, and I figured something must have happened. Their plans are very hard to figure out. Again, you know, they get some kind of magic going on that obfuscates what they're doing. These are very powerful magicians at the highest levels. And a lot of people don't, like, they hear magic and they think that's stupid. Same thing with Satanism. Like, the devil worship, you know, worshiping these demons and using magic to try to control it. That's all ridiculous sounding. It's not ridiculous to them, you know, because they use it. That's how they operate, you know, so they're all using it. Got to be something to it, you know. I mean, I know there's something to it, but I mean, as far as a normie perspective, actually, I don't even like. I can't fuck the normies. I'm kind of like, who cares if they see it or not? I think there's enough of us now. We just need to figure out how to get our vibrational frequency up high enough. Enough of us at that level to kind of just vibrate out of this fucking place. Or at least I think that's how it's going to play out, something like that. I feel like I'm doing the same video I did right here at the spot earlier today. That's a problem I'm starting to have with this, with doing videos. Like, I feel like sometimes, like, I've talked about all the real pertinent stuff, and I'm like, I just might be done. You know, I have it all. It's all out there. But I do feel like compelled to chronicle the spiritual war and all the things that happens with it. Commentate on it, give color commentary. And it's really about the people I meet, the connections I make here, and some of you that I've heard from, and we get to exchange information. It's just a little spot to do that. As long as I don't blow it up. You know, I've been banned 4 times now. So, the last one I did for myself, I was trying to expose something, but it was too much. Like, I put together a video yesterday about me talking with AI. And it was a conversation I had with AI, and it was JQ related. And I posted it, right? It's a short. It's a video short. It's about, I don't know, a minute long, less than that. And I immediately pushed it out. I said, I don't know. They're going to hit me for this. Even though I don't think it's bad, I see how they could some kind of way frame that as hatred, even though I'm not talking. It has nothing. I'm just showing screenshots from an AI chat I had. I'm going to put it in here. In fact, I'm going to put it up right now, and you can see it. And I'll put it on the screen here. It's not bad. It's just, this is a conversation I had with AI, and I thought it was surprising. You can't see the very last image because I'm dumb. But you're not dumb, man. You're doing good. You're doing good things. You can't say stuff like that to yourself because your subconscious doesn't know if you mean it or not, and it'll internalize that. But yeah, the last panel was, excuse me, asking if they were different from most people. Because, but the conversation began with like the differences with people. I was just kind of, you know, you can get a lot of stuff out of AI if you know how to ask it right. And you know, they're saying there's no difference between people. So the last question was, well, how are these people different than everybody else? And they went into this thing like, they're very different from everybody else. They had to do this and that, and just talks more about their accomplishments. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. And that's something like anyone can do. You can ask it that yourself. I can't see them changing that. And I guess it makes sense because, I mean, they're the ones developing it. Most of the guys, or I would probably say all the guys at the higher levels. And you know, again, like always, it's not all of them. It's a group within the group, you know. That's the thing we're talking about, like touchy stuff, whether it's LGBT or the diversity thing. It's like there's a lot of ways that people, if they want to, can find an in into what you're saying to paint you in some type of way, which doesn't matter to me. I don't care what people think of me. I just, you know, try not to get bounced off YouTube. That's all. But the thing is, with all in all these groups I talk about with their problems, it's of course not the fucking whole group. You know, there's just a portion of the bad people that are doing the bad things. You know, I think that's kind of, I would think that's understood, but you have to say it, I guess. That alley's over there. There used to be porn shops down there. I hadn't been down there in a while. Years ago when I first came here, I don't know if you could see it, that one across the street. It goes down to like there was a bookstore. I went in there with one of my friends once who was showing it to me. And it was like I think they had booths in there too. Like where you could go in, and I don't know if they had live performers, but it was all like degenerate stuff down that alleyway. But they've cleaned up a lot of those places. That place is always having the, where they had the crying kid picture, where they're currently having the Graffiti Wars with the town, where the kings will come around and spray a bunch of nonsense on it, and then the city has to come and clean it. They come back and put their crowns all over again. It's been back and forth. That is a new thing here too, since the giant demographic shift they did here, post lockdown. It's a new thing. Graffiti popping up everywhere, and then they gotta wash it down. It's a tourist area, and they want to keep it nice. And some people don't like nice things. It makes them nervous. And that is why we can't have nice things. Okay, the cigarette's done. Alright. I'm gonna mull around inside Long's. Look at the Hot Wheels. That's my Saturday night. Hope you guys are having a good one. Thanks for dropping by. And like always, till next time, don't blame the teacher, blame the school. Nice. Nice.